Yeah.
On the Go Wrestling Q&A here at Legacy Wrestling with my guest Dezmond Xavier. How are you feeling tonight?
A little sore. Tony definitely almost kicked my teeth out this evening, but I feel good to pick up the W.
So how long have you been in the wrestling business?
It's been about 4 years. 4 years in August. 4 years in August. Started training out in Maryland at Gilbert's Pro Wrestling Academy. So that's where I originally took my teeth out at MCW.
So what inspired you to become a pro wrestler?
Inspired me to become a pro wrestler. I would say Halloween Havoc, 1997, Rey Mysterio against Eddie Guerrero, Mask, first title match. Once I saw that match, that was the one that made me 100% want to do this for the rest of my life.
So what was the hardest part of your training?
Hardest part of training was being patient. That's the number one thing. And I don't mean just patience with getting out there and starting to do shows. I mean patience with learning things, patience with making contacts, and then finally getting into the ring, and then finally getting your big break. Patience is the number one thing that anybody can have in this business.
So what's been some of your most favorite matches you've been in?
Favorite matches? Let's see. I would say the debut match of myself and my former tag partner, Phoenix Fury, at the Body Slam Malta's Meta MCW. When we debuted there, that's one that definitely sticks in my mind, and I remember that very vividly. Then also out at Rockstar Pro against Dave Christ. That's definitely another one of my favorite matches. And Mega Championship Wrestling out in Elyria, towards Cleveland, back in Ohio. Match with Alex Daniels. Awesome time. Awesome.
So who would be your dream opponent?
Oh, do you want to say like here today or
anybody? If you could pick anybody.
Anybody. This is where it gets difficult because there's a bunch of different reasons. Can I break it down to different things?
Do you want to do a living and a past?
Do like
yeah, let's do this. Top five? I can do top five. All right. Number one, 96, 97 Rey Mysterio. I want that. Jack Evans, Ricochet. Ibushi Kota and AJ Styles. Yeah, those are my dream matches. If I can have them, if I can get those, then yeah, I'm really happy. Oh, 96, 97 Rey Mysterio. Can't happen. I don't have a time machine. I haven't invented that yet. I'm working on it though. Working on the patent. It's hard to get the patent.
So when you're at a wrestling show, what place do you like to go into the show?
Well, it kind of just depends. I have no problem opening up a show. It's the style that I have is very high octane, a lot of energy, so this would be a good way to start out a show. It's always fun to go right before intermission or back from intermission or main. It doesn't really matter where it is in the card. It's just fun to be on.
So what do you like to do outside your wrestling career?
I am an avid artist and video game player, so along with comics and anime and acrobatics. I do a lot of stuff. I do a whole lot of stuff. But I primarily focus on my art. I try to stay proficient with that because I also do that as a side thing. So if you're looking for some great art, you know who to go to.
How about the DC and Marvel? I don't know.
But when it comes to comics, I'm a huge fan of those as well. And it's anime as well. I'm very immersed in the Japanese culture. I really, really love that. And everything that is entailed with that. And then, of course, with my style of wrestling, I have to stay proficient with my flips. So I try to get out there and expand what I know and try to perfect what I have kind of honed already.
So if they made a movie about Dezmond Xavier, what actor could play him? What would the title be?
Ooh. Oh. What actor would play me? That's a tough question. I haven't been asked these questions. I like these. What actor could play me? although he's kind of crazy in the head, I would have to say Jaden Smith. That's really the only person that I know.
I could say Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, yeah, that would be a great one. Yeah, Creed was awesome. I really like Creed. In the tank. I could be generic and say like X marks the spot. That could be something that goes along with my high climb where I have to land on target every time, and also Dezmond Xavier. So X is at the end. Yeah, let's go with X marks the spot. That may be already a title or something.
Might be. If you had any advice for someone pursuing wrestling for a lonely day,
Don't do it. No, I'm joking. The number one thing is make sure that your heart is set on this, because you have to dedicate a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money, and you have to sacrifice a lot. If you're not willing to do that, then it's not worth spending the money to train. It's not worth traveling all the hours, whether it be driving or flying, to go out there and put your body on the line for something that you don't care 100% about. That's my number one thing. But if your heart is in this business and is for wrestling, then go to a reputable school. Make sure that the resume that the school has, who they've produced and who they've trained and who's made their way through there, is strong, so that precedes you when you get out there and start having your name exposed. So, good school. Make sure your heart's in it. Do as much as you possibly can to get your name out there. So market yourself very, very well, and make sure that you have a very good school. That's, of course, in between. So, heart, school, market yourself, and have fun. If you're not having fun, what's the point of it?
So what's your goals for the next 5 years?
Goals for the next 5 years: continue to deliver sick flips, head kicks, and smiles for all the chicks. As long as I don't get my teeth knocked out like I always did tonight. But I want to make it to as many companies as I possibly can. So that's going along with marketing myself. So expand my fan base and get my name out to as many places as I possibly can. Whether it be along the East Coast, the Midwest, down South, West Coast, internationally, whether Canada, Mexico, Japan, Australia, Germany, England. There's so many places that I want to go, and there's so many places that I will not stop. Sorry, scratch that, reverse. There's so many things that I want to do, and I will not stop until I've accomplished those.
So in the wrestling day, do you play the heel or the face character, or does it really bother you?
That persona or title that goes along with that, it's not something that I like to attach to myself, because I go out there and I have fun. I'm gonna go out there and do my thing. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, or juice, or water, or pop, or soda, whichever one that you call it. So everybody has their forte, everybody has their preference, everybody has what they like. Apparently, people like what I bring to the table, so I guess I will be on the table as a bit more face.
So what's your next upcoming shows?
Next upcoming shows, I have VOW tomorrow, and then from there I will be in Florida for Ignite Wrestling, where I actually have the first match against Leo Rush, which is a match that a lot of people have been wanting.
Hold on 1 second. We've got a team walking by. Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Action. We'll be able to cut so I'll be down in Florida, BOW tomorrow, where I'll be part of a fatal four-way against Ryo, a mystery opponent, and I feel bad because the other person I do not 100% know who it is, which I've had a lot of fun here recently. And then from there, I will be in 2 weeks. I will be at Ignite Wrestling down in Fort Pierce, Florida, having my first match ever with Leo Rush, which is a match that a lot of people have been wanting to see and one that I've been wanting to have myself. And then from there, I will be up at CZW for Proving Grounds, where I will be teaming with my brother Zachary Wentz against the Nation of Intoxication, Lucky 13, and Counter Classic. So I will continue to deliver some sick flips, some head kicks. I'll try to smile as much as I possibly can. I'll try.
So where can the fans follow you at?
Fans can follow me at Dezmond Xavier. If you type that in on any of social media, you will find me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I have a Periscope. I occasionally use that. Snapchat, I do that too. You can see my crazy life and the things that I do in it. But yeah, pretty much just type in Dezmond Xavier, Dezmond with a Z, D-E-Z-M-O-N-D.
You follow On The Go Wrestling Q&A at Facebook.com/QA Wrestling. YouTube, search The Indie Wrestling Fan, all one word. Anywhere wrestling goes, On The Go will follow. I'd like to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Follow him anywhere he goes, wrestling goes, and On The Go will be signing out on more upcoming videos.